time to talk masked pigs, everyone. These greedy bandits, are after some hard-earned cash that isn't even their own, and truly are a pain in the insert rhyme here, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, you're in luck, because we'll be talking how annoying both their gameplay and spawning mechanics actually are, right here, right now. Word of advice right off the bat, however, take everything I'm about to say today with a grain of salt. But let's get to it. And I'm asking you do so, folks, because I honestly have no idea how these bloody masked pigs actually work. I mean, I got an idea, as I do know that none can spawn unless we have at least one oink in our inventory, so there's that. But some reports will say that they have a chance to spawn from trades. Others absolutely swear by experiencing more bandit spawns with higher oink counts in the later game, while others just seem to appear straight out of the blue, completely and totally randomly. And you know what the funny thing is? I don't think any of those are wrong, or any of them are right. I think it's all happening at the same dang time. But there is actually one other guaranteed constraint. Masked pigs can only spawn from townhouses, and townhouses alone. Meaning that all of our encounters will take place within Hamlets no matter what. You might just be walking around minding your own business, and suddenly one just pops up near a house like this guy did right here. Or perhaps you'll literally be doing absolutely nothing but standing around, and a bandit's just gonna stroll up like they own the joints. I mean, they probably do with all the bloody money they steal, but the point is this: they're random. Through and through. But then again, there are certainly some times where it feels like the game simply spawns them in because we're making lots of trades for lots of oinks very quickly. Now, I have absolutely zero confirmation of this being an actual thing. However, I do have 4 separate segments right here, right now, that are all experiencing this very thing. And some were even taking place mere minutes after the other during the same day. Now, I am not going to sit here and say that this is a guaranteed way to quote-unquote farm bandits daily, as I have absolutely been through lots of big trades that saw no pig spawning at all. But again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. As heck, to throw this into the mix, sometimes it seems as if even just an influx of oinks very quickly is what actually triggers them on occasion. I mean, I had just been punched by one not 20 seconds before this, and here I was just picking up my stuff, of course, and boom, here comes another bandit immediately. And the same deal here too. I got punched by a bandit, I managed to make it flee, I went back to pick all my stuff, and after a few seconds of doing so, boom, another arrives. Guys, I don't know how these guys spawn. Outside of being totally random, of course. But if you do, let us know. So then, we should probably just stick to what we do know, yes. Say a bandit hits you. What then? Well, unfortunately nothing good. Especially if there are any other pig guards nearby, as these guys are about as corrupt as the frickin' bandits, for Pete's sake. But a hit from a masked pig will result in every single oink in your inventory being thrown all about you, and then the masked pigs will begin to actually steal them one by one. That is, until he is hit by you, a guard, or is actually just out of range of more oinks. But come either of those scenarios, they will flee from the scene, and after only a few seconds, will poof out of existence with all your money in tow. That's not good. But we can actually get it back, so stick around to learn how. For now, however, know that if a masked pig isn't forced to flee after getting hit, it will, for some reason, just stick around to continuously beat the crap out of us, even if we have no more oinks to give it. Yeah, these guys are kinda weird. So let's kill their weirdness, shall we? And it's pretty darn easy to do, too. And one of the better methods is to simply build a walled-off pen with an oink inside it to act as bait, in order to draw the bandit over to it to lock them in for an easy kill. Because once they aggro onto you, they just keep running after you until they get a hit in or you hit them. And it doesn't really matter how you build this, really, as long as you just make it where the bandits cannot run away from you when you actually do hit them. Oh, but you should probably also know to make it away from the pig guards too, to prevent any trouble there if anything arises. But again, easy peasy. But another easy murder method is the use of fire. Because when a mob gets set on fire, they tend to run around in a limited area panicking for a bit, which leaves them very open to easy attacks, of course. Masked pigs here included. It's not foolproof in this case though, as bandits do kind of hop away when they get hit, even when they're on fire, and may avoid a few swings here and there, but if you stay on top of being on top of them, you should be okay. That is, unless you don't mind burning up their hats. But lastly, since blow darts are hilariously easy to amass in Don't Starve Hamlet here, with but a simple disarming tool or two down in the ancient pig ruins, a blow dart bandit kill could easily be in your future, and then some. Most characters will only need 3 spits to take one out, and I advise you wait until a bandit is attacking to do anything. But good luck. And by the by, if you ever do notice a lack of spawns overall, know that only one bandit can exist per world at one time. So one might be somewhere stuck, as they tend to do that from time to time, especially off screen. And heck, you might even stumble upon one dead or injured without you having done anything to boot. But let's finally talk loot. Every bandit will drop something called a Swashy hat and even a map. And get around to reading these bandit stash maps, and the game will spawn an X marks the spot type thing in a fairly large radius in a circle around the player. Meaning that if you read one near an edge of one island that is close to another, the stash might actually generate on that other island, so make note there. But head on over to one of these spots, and a secret bandit camp will be waiting for you. Dig it up to find 6 possible loot combinations containing jerky, oinks, alloy armor, weapons, trinkets, and more. And most of it is self-explanatory, apart from the ball fin-free tuna, most likely, but know that just opening them is going to grant you fish steak, and fish steak is great. But hold up, Beard. I see a 100-piece oink in this chest, but there's no combination that says it offers a flippin' 100-piece oink. What gives? That is because when you open the next stash following a scenario where a bandit has stolen your oinks, said oinks will be waiting for you in said stash, folks. See? I told you we can get them back. Good luck. But let us continue with the Swashy hat. A strange one that doesn't even work half the time it seems, and definitely doesn't work how it should, honestly. But here's the deal. Wearing a Swashy hat near a royal guard will draw their aggro. However, they are going to quickly forget about you if you take it off, lose their aggro, and then return to them mere seconds later. And that's actually pretty good, as it opens up the door for straight up murdering pig traders out in the open, as the Swashy hat does actually stop certain mobs and hostiles from quote unquote seeing us from far away. And even if this guard did see me, I can just run away, take off the hat, return, and be totally fine. That is, unless I'm seen stealing. Then all bets are off. Now the hat is supposed to help us keep stealthy come dusk or night when it comes to stealing things from Hamlet outskirts. And it does so, just very, very poorly. Its effective range isn't worth it, and the guards will actually remember you, even if you take off the hat for later. That's dumb and makes 0 sense, especially when you consider what we just talked about 2 seconds ago. We were murdering people in the streets, but this is what you're mad about? Still, the hat does mess with the aggro of hostile creatures a little bit, and will allow for us to get closer to them than usual. But don't put too much into that, as it doesn't really help all that much. Heck, the hat only lasts for 1 day anyway. But here are a few last notes. Royal pig guards are automatically hostile to masked pigs, but they take a second to fully aggro to them and have a long attack time to actually add to that, so while they will help us hit bandits, they should not be relied on to kill them. But my goodness, pig guards suck. Masked pigs, though, spawn from townhouses as I said. However, miners' houses in the outskirts count as townhouses too. So you might actually encounter a bandit outside of the proper city now and then. To continue, one can spawn a bandit only to enter an interior in order to drop all the oinks they have, only to discover that upon returning to the bandits, it's just going to be simply wandering aimlessly, forever it seems. And lastly, if your hamlet generates near a deep rainforest and some vines, you could potentially just lure the bandit into them for a free map. That said, this is a pretty darn big if. But there you have it, everyone. Such a simple guide on paper on such a simple mob that ultimately turned out to be not so frickin' simple because masked pigs are bloody annoying. Seriously, if anyone out there knows how these guys actually spawn, I'm all bloody ears. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Sneaky, sneaky. And I'll see ya in the next one. Bye-bye.